Most heartfelt greetings and salutations, ladies and gentledims. I eagerly welcome you to Sturgeon's most premier station, Dusk Light Radio, hosted by yours truly, the contorted yet conflicted, dutiful yet dalliant, and youthfully erudite Everett J. Blackwell. Now, I know you're used to my usual spiel, but in order to bring you more transmissions, we'll be providing a slightly shorter but still original version for non-Sturgeon or non-feature-length stories to ensure we can still provide our unique Dusklight brand, thank our patrons, and most importantly, promote the authors we work with. If you're new here, you can, as always, skip these intros using the timestamp below. Now, this very special tale in the distant travels comes to us from the small town of Dondella, care of Lucinda G. It is the second chapter in TJ Lee's ongoing experimental series, and he wanted to make sure you all knew this was a series. Though this part can be enjoyed on its own, you'll likely be even more confused than if you heard it all in order. Playlist is on the screen right now, and it's linked in the description. Lucinda is played by the as always mesmerizing spirit voices, aka Luce. Please show her some love both in the comments and on her own channel. Dr. Rawlings is played by a good friend of the channel, Gabe, who has nothing he wishes to promote, and the answering machine voice is done by TJ Lee. All hail his janitorial wisdom. A very special thanks to As the Raven Dreams for coming in at the literal 11th hour and sorting out our thumbnail. We're ever so grateful and wish you to check out his channel linked in the description, and please tell him Dusk sent you. Special thanks must be given first to Mandy Mo for the original beauteous image you see of me when you look at our page, to Sir Gorky for the brand new rendering of yours truly, and the truly accurately horrifying rendition of our humble studio, to Dark Somnium for being such a gracious yet terrifying sponsor of the channel, and lastly, our music is sourced and provided by Epidemic Sound and the Dark Somnium with gracious thanks. If you enjoy these intros and want to see more, please ensure you've got notifications on and leave a comment for every video you encounter. With that, the sun has set and dusk has crawled into the studio once more. Whether you're working, prepping to sleep, or evading the formless void that will one day consume us all, Blackwell is here to soothe your ears and captivate your soul. Now, close your eyes and take a deep breath. The scene has been set and the light is on. It's time to walk towards it. Transcription started. 1st of September 2023, 11:07 a.m. Patient Miss Lucinda G would be reported missing by her family when she did not show up to work that morning. Due to Lucinda's predilection for mental breakdowns and bouts of mania followed by psychosis, it was quickly determined she may have wandered off and could be a danger to herself. A search would be undertaken that evening but yielded nothing. It would be several days before Lou, as she preferred to be called, would reappear disoriented and malnourished in a field not far from where she was last seen. When questioned on where she had been, she said,
"The stars took me away, and nobody could hear them dancing."
She then fell into a deep sleep, and when she awoke had no memory of where she'd been. Preliminary health checks showed deep scars on her lower back, cuts on her inner thighs, and hesitation marks on her wrists, but Lucinda denied making these herself. She frequently asked for her parents and spouse, neither of which could be located. Lou was transferred to a medical facility until discharge was approved, and was ordered to be put under monitoring until her new therapy session could be completed. A new specialist at the Inner Sanctum Therapeutic Services has been assigned to Lou. The following transcripts are a documentation of Lou's last known communications and movements until the incident on September 29th. Transcription started. 9th of September 2023, 2:42 p.m.
Hello. You have reached the office of the Inner Sanctum Therapeutic Services. Unfortunately, we are unable to receive your call at this moment, but please leave a message at the tone and one of our dedicated team members will return your call within 24 hours. Thank you for choosing the Inner Sanctum, and remember, change starts from within.
Oh, good afternoon? This is Lou. I'm just trying to reach someone as I've been transferred to your company. My current therapist is retiring early, and I wanted to know a little bit more about the methods of therapy you offer. The website is pretty unclear. I've got a lot of issues, and one of them is rearing its head right now. It's a problem my old therapist struggled with, and I'll be available for your call. Thanks.
Transcription started. 9th of September 2023, 2:50 p.m.
Hey, this is Bennett. You know what to do.
Hey, B. It's Lou. I called the office like you asked me to, but they didn't pick up. Hard to feel wanted in the heat of the moment, you know. I'm having one of my flare-ups, and it's hard to ignore. They told me that these people would be available 24/7, and the first time I call... I know you're busy, on one of your business trips, no doubt. But I really need you. I need my brother. Call me back when you can, okay?
Transcription started. 10th of September 2023, 0:30 a.m.
You have reached the out-of-hours service for the Inner Sanctum Therapeutic Services. Please enter your patient ID and then press hash. Thank you. We are checking your patient records. You are assigned to Dr. Rawlings. Transferring you through now. Please hold.
Hi, you've reached the office of Dr. K. Rawlings. Unfortunately, I'm unable to take your call at the moment. Please leave your name, number, and the reason for your call, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If it's urgent, please hang up and call emergency services. Thank you, and remember, within you, there is change.
Fucking believable. Hi, Dr. Rawlings. It's Lou. I appreciate the call back earlier. The steps you outlined for mindfulness and anchoring were really helpful, but, well, Doc, it's happening again. I told you that something had happened before to cause my fear of the dark, but I didn't really outline why. I was hoping to tell you using the out-of-hours service I pay for and perhaps put myself at ease, but you're not there. So, I'll just tell you now and hope it reaches you before the morning. Maybe this'll help in itself. I used to bunk with my twin, Elle. We shared everything from food to clothes, hobbies to hatreds, dreams to nightmares, fears to... Fuck, what would it be? Bliss. That. My older brother, Bennett, used to bully us and scoff about how we were weirdo sissy twins. Our middle brother, Finley, just read quietly in Father's study and rarely ever came out or socialized with us. He was always... detached. Mom, Dad, they were always busy with some stupid function, charity ball they didn't give a fuck about, or affair with the other snobby elitists, so we relied on each other. Sorry, I'm a little jumpy. I know the more I tell you about what happened, the sillier it'll seem that I'm out in the night sky during the dead of night. But it was one night when we were teens. Our beds facing one another in the spacious bedroom whose window overlooked the Dondella below perfectly. They had fallen asleep pretty quickly. You know, they were always borderline narcoleptic, but me? I was struggling, tossing and turning in the heat of the mid-July night. Then I heard something creaking. You know how you get used to the way family move in your home based on the sound alone? Well, these footsteps were unlike anyone's I was used to. Unsure, heavy, menacing. I didn't let on that I was awake, but I managed to creep my eye open just enough to take a peek at the source of the steps. It was a creature. creature. I know that everyone has dismissed me and insists that I saw nothing, but I'm telling you, it was there. A weird skull that stretched up and had a ring around it, like a halo, coupled with hidden facial features save for bright gleaming eyes. I thought I was seeing an angel, Doctor. It cocked its head to the side and reached out for me before I began to feel sleepy again. I remember floating, the cold air on my back just like this, and the sight of a bright, starry sky, with one in particular twinkling at me before getting so bright it blinded me. When I woke up, I was in my bed, and everybody acted like nothing had happened. Well, almost everyone. The stars sure are bright tonight. I think it's time for another trip. Thank you for listening, Doctor.
Google search logs, 0:45 a.m. Holiday destinations. Holidays without passports. Holidays without providing information on self. How to leave country without passport. How to disappear. Alien abduction theories. Side effects of antipsychotic medication. Message sent to Bennett Cochran. Subject: I need to talk to you. Sent 1:02 a.m.
Bennett, you haven't been answering your calls. I'm getting anxious. Look, I know you've got a lot on with your business and that weird experiment you're overseeing, but can't you see that I need you? You and the rest of the family were the ones who urged me to see these people, but I can't even get them to answer. I just feel like I'm being forgotten. I had that dream again last night. I told Dr. Rawlings about it, but it's bleeding over into reality again. Before you say it, yeah, I know, stupid bullshit. But I can't help what I fucking see, okay? I left out that one part like you told me to, but he's never going to believe me if I don't give him the full story. Can you check in on Phineas sometime? I'm not allowed to leave after dark and he doesn't even have a damn phone. Maybe he's got some advice given the way he sees the world. I won't keep blowing up your phone or your inbox. Not that you'd even see it with your Do Not Disturb function on, but please remember, your sister needs you. Love, Lou.
Songs searched on phone. Gorillas, Every Planet We Reach Is Dead. Jose Gonzalez, Crosses. Mazzy Star, Into Dust. Radiohead, Lift. Dark Ambient Soundscapes Volume 3. Cocteau Twins, Cease Swallow Me. Giles Corey, No One Is Ever Going to Want Me. Sadness, In the Distant Travels. Vessels, Yuki. Transcription started 28th of September 2023, 10:48 p.m.
Hello. You have reached the office of the Inner Sanctum Therapeutic Services. Unfortunately, we are unable to receive your call at this moment, but please leave a message at the tone, and one of our dedicated team members will return your call within 24 hours. Thank you for choosing the Inner Sanctum, and remember, you are a chrysalis waiting to blossom anew. Discard your old skin.
Okay, this is a message for Dr. Rawlings. I don't understand why I couldn't reach him, his voicemail, or anyone at this fucking therapy service. I'm in crisis and I'm paying you to... Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not in a good place right now and I just need to talk to someone. Please, could you call me back as soon as you can? I'm having auditory hallucinations and I can't currently leave my bathroom, which I know sounds silly because it's my bathroom and my home. I've lived there for most of my adult life. Why would it suddenly be different now? But you know how sometimes when you maybe go see a scary movie or someone tells you something unsettling while out, you get back to your house in the dead of night with all the lights off and your mind just runs through all the inevitable possibilities of what is behind your front door that now you're not 100% certain you locked? Okay, that's how I feel now. I feel that there's something in my bedroom and that if I leave here, it will get me. The stars seemed different tonight on my walk. They followed me home, and I felt unsettled the moment I got through the door. Like something else was here, waiting in the walls or in the rafters. I know if I feel unsafe, I should call the police over you, but not only do I think this is exactly what Bennett and you have both said, Dr. Rawlings, a product of my imagination, but the weirdest thing keeps happening when I try to call the police. It just makes the busy tone. I don't know if this is still a part of my imagination. If you'll hear this when you listen back, or if my vengeful ex-wife has decided to come and put me out of my misery. But I'd welcome that over what I truly think this is. The stars.
Call list. Sturgeon City Sheriff's Department. Voicemail left. The family butler. Disconnected line. Inner sanctum 6 times. No voicemail left. Minerva, ex-wife. No voicemail left. Bennett Cochran. Disconnected after 3 rings. Sturgeon Astrological Society 4 times. Several voicemails left. Google search logs 11:16 p.m. Is my internet service down? Is my phone service down? Cannot reach anybody. Connection issues? Where is everyone? What is the backrooms? Am I the only person alive? Unusual star patterns. Hallucinations in people with mental illness. Unusual star patterns overhead. How fast do stars move in the sky? Abduction stories. Email drafted but not sent. 2. Minerva Gahart. Subject. Why?
Minerva, did you look at the stars tonight? They're truly something else. I spent so many months figuring out why you'd leave me, why you'd up and gone in the middle of the night with nothing but the clothes on your back. I can still picture it clear as the sky above. I'd gone to visit my parents and to collect an anniversary gift. We'd had a fight about kids, and you didn't want a surrogate. I told you I wanted to name it after my twin, and you got that look in your eye that told me I should have kept my mouth shut. But typical me, I didn't. I've always been protective over my twin, and I refused to back down when you called them names. Said they were a forgotten shell and their shadow still haunted every corner of our home because I couldn't let go and be myself. You said other things that I don't think you truly meant. We got into things. I don't remember much of what happened, but I left in a fury and drove to the hills. The hills overlooking Sturgeon are beautiful all year round and give me ample time to think. Gosh, the stars are beautiful tonight. Have you seen them? I wondered, truthfully, if this was the life I chose or the life that was set out for me. I still wonder if my life was put on this path all those years ago when Elle was taken from us. Sometimes it feels like I'm truly adopting them, their traits and their loves, like I'm wearing their very skin. But the skin doesn't fit just right in some places. It's suffocating me and stopping me from growing, Minerva. I want to take the skin off, but I can't. I bought you a gift at the antique store in town. You always loved their curios and said it helped you feel the past wasn't just dust and faded memories. I thought that was so poetic at the time, but I think in truth, you just didn't want to think of what was lurking back there. I remember walking to my car across that empty parking lot and feeling something overhead. You know that sensation when someone's stare is boring into your very soul and you can just feel it? It was like that, but coupled with cold water dropped down my back. An instant freeze in my body that snapped me to attention and turned me around to find the culprit. And I saw the stars. Minerva, I've told you about that night. I told you what I saw and what happened. You were always passive about it, never fully in or out. I don't know if that's because you didn't feel like it was your right to judge, or you simply didn't care, but I always felt precarious about the subject around you. But I can't be now. As I looked up, I saw a pattern that I had never seen in the sky before. A complex, bizarre symbol that made my ears ring just looking for too long, twinkling in a rhythmic pattern before two of them broke off from the group. They grew in brightness until they felt like car headlights on full beam. Min, the stars were looking at me, literally, blinking in synchronicity and bearing down closer and closer. I took a step back and then began to run, the feeling of their burning light overhead as they followed me. I heard a sound. It was like the breaking of all the mirrors in the world, an all-encompassing smash that rattled my bones and made my blood boil. Then I woke up hours later with a taste of iron in my mouth and the feeling of itching in every facet of my skin, like I needed to peel it all off. I remember coming home and seeing clothes strewn everywhere, furniture dusty and rotting food like you let off a bomb in the house. I tried calling you, but you refused to pick up. You never did like phone calls. I never saw you again. To this day, I have no idea where you went. Maybe they took you. Maybe you simply wanted a clean cut from me. I wouldn't blame you. I tried talking to Phineas about you, but he dismissed it as problems of the living interfering with those of the departed. Bennett told me that I probably drove you away as I became more engrossed in my betterment. That I was like a cicada crawling out of my shell and Minerva did not match me anymore. He always referred to you with such disgust, but I always thought that was just because you weren't tidy. I wish I could speak to you once more, but it seems you can't hear my words. When I try to reach out, it's like all I get is static. My therapist said unkind things about you, that I need to let go of you for my true self to re-emerge after a long dormancy. I don't know. I feel like in a world of strangers, you're the only familiar face I have left. Minerva, have you looked up at the stars? Love, Lou.
Transcription started 28th of September 2023, 11:47 p.m.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling the Inner Sanctum. Unfortunately, all our advisors are busy right now. We realize you're in distress, but please stay on the line and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Remember, your skin is only temporary, and like a cicada, you can shed it to grow anew. Shed your skin, young one. Shed your skin.
This is Rawlings. I'm not available right now, but leave your name, number, reason for your call, and the Inner Sanctum pledge. Then I'll get right back to you. You are being watched. Your actions are being judged. You cannot escape who you are. Trust the Inner Sanctum. We can fix you.
I don't understand what is happening. Why is nobody answering? My brother, my friends, any business? What the fuck is going on? Doctor, I know you think there's something wrong with me. I know you think that my very identity is a construction of a broken mind, but I wish you could see what I see. I came out of my room when things quieted and found a shape sitting in my bedroom. It's just sat in the corner chair watching me. Not a single aspect of it viewable. I've been standing in my doorway for 15 minutes, observing me as I observe it. It hasn't moved. It doesn't make a sound. Am I hallucinating? Am I just crazy? Am I... No, I didn't tell them everything. I did as I was told. I kept my promise. I swear I kept my promise. Please don't be mad. It wasn't my fault. Hi there, you've reached Lou Gerhardt. I'm probably sleeping right now, but if you leave me a message, I'll get back to you.
Lucinda, this is Dr. Rawlings. I've gotten your messages. All of them. I'm sorry that it's taken me a bit of time to get back to you, but things have been busy on my end. Truth be told, I wouldn't be calling you back so late if it weren't for the concern your messages raised. Lucinda, we cannot change what happened to us. We can only move past it. In your case, your desperation to make up for losing your twin has only intensified these unwanted changes and a desire to become something you're not. Judging by your other siblings, that seems to be a running theme. I don't subscribe to the line of thinking that you can be whatever you want to be. Your identity is fixed from birth, and not something that you can change like a pair of underwear. Facts do not care about feelings. That dangerous rhetoric gets us to absolve ourselves of problematic pasts and gives us genderless bathrooms. We have been here before, Lucinda. Every time you experience a psychotic break and regress into yourself, we have to pull you back out. There were no aliens, no specters of the dark taking you and changing you. The night they first, whatever it was, appeared, they were observing which one of you to take. And they had no way of knowing who was where, given how similar you looked. So, they observed. They watched. Night after night they would come back and watch. Your twin, Elle, knew something was wrong. They told your parents and insisted you'd understand too. Well, it was clear that they had delusions when it came to their powers. They were not wrong about the abductor. But you and your brothers all insisted they were making it up. That is the guilt you bear. Twinless twin is something we're still understanding, Lucinda. But it's not unheard of for the twin left behind to undergo changes in the absence of their sibling. An alteration to their appearance, behavior, mental state, and even sexual or gender orientation to make up for the loss they experienced. Now, I have tried my best to explain to you that you are what you are. To not only accept those things we cannot change, but to grow from it like a cicada. But you still live in a fantasy world where some otherworldly entities are taking you, where nobody is able to speak to you, and most concerning of all, where you have an ex-wife. Lucinda, you have never been married. Your desire to become this blue alter ego has completely disconnected you from reality. I am concerned. We all are. Your family is worried sick, and we must try to tackle these psychotic breaks head on. Please, please, call me back. I promise I will be here to answer your call and prove to you that you are not alone, that you can be saved, and you will be fixed. The inner sanctum will help you blossom and split from your skin.
Final call. 29th of September 2023, 3:38 a.m.
Hello. Who is this?
Doctor, have you seen the stars out tonight? They're beautiful.
Lucinda, thank God you called. Where are you? Are you safe? Lucinda, I cannot help you if you don't tell me what's going on. Remember, we can help you grow into the cicada that you are truly meant to...
Doctor, did you see the stars tonight? They're beautiful.
What? No, I didn't. Lucinda, that doesn't matter right now. You need to tell us where you are. Your tracker isn't providing info. It says that you're... nowhere.
Dr. Rawlings, please. It's Lou. Now look outside. Please.
For God's sake, Lucinda. You break curfew, disappear on your loved ones for hours on end, and leave frantic voicemails to everybody fearing the worst. Now you decide that it's time for some stargazing? How will this help anything? How will this show that you've honed our teachings and truly changed?
Kenneth, look outside. Now.
All right, Lou. I'm standing at the window and looking outside. Now what?
Do you see the stars, Rawlings?
Oh my God! What is that? Fuck me! What the fuck is that?
Those are the stars, Kenneth. What are they?
I don't understand. How is this... They're looking right at me.
What are they, Rawlings?
Beautiful. They're beautiful.
I don't know what makes this worse. The fact that the stars are out in full force tonight over Sturgeon, the Weather Channel telling us it's a once-in-a-lifetime event for all to see, or the horrible splitting noises as people go outside. I hope Clue Blackwell isn't behind this. Tabitha's uranium mine is glowing awfully bright tonight. Jackal Blackwell has stopped eating his mandated sushi, and I've not seen hide nor hair nor spine from Kyle. Dark times indeed. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out some of our other transmissions. We are adding them regularly, and we'd love to have you as part of the Dusklight family by subscribing, hitting the bell of stars, and leave a comment with stories you'd love for my many-legged runners to find. I want to thank all of our patrons for making this possible. If you want to sign up, it's as little as $1 a month, and you can get exclusive content, early access videos and stories, access to the Discords, Q&As, updates, and more. But times are tough, and we will always be grateful for support no matter what form it comes in. Financial, spiritual, corporeal, maniacal, whatever you want. It really helps us out. Dusklight gives thanks to our Sturgeonite faithfuls, 21 Keys, Ashabel, Haley Clark, Jack the Lad, Jason Webb, Laree W, Nathan Billings, PRDDL12, and Sabrina Alexander. Our Purple Crayon Eaters Alex, Amara, Candyman Gloving, Feeny Von Karma, Max, Mike, Newman Borders, Pesky Opossum, and Phi. Our janitors, Ducks, Alex Nunez, Amy Sean, Arkham Crookie, Death 31, Heather Cayley, Jimmy Ricardo, Joy, Melanie Schaefer, Sabila Eclipse, Scott, and Scruffy the Janitor. Our Nightmare Detectives, Adrian Rodriguez, Ethan Nelson, Fox Clifford, and Gianni Di Lorena. Our Void Walkers, Eurydice Oryx, Josh Woods, Professor Creepypasta, and Val Was Taken. And, of course, our Blackwell family. Clue Blackwell, the statuesque horror appearing in every mirror, every corner, every crack, and every crevice. Jackal Blackwell, the sushi-eating, gas station stalking serial killer of Sturgeon's back alleys. Tabitha Blackwell, the mining surveyor, shambling horror, and current owner and proprietor of Sturgeon's uranium deposits. And of course, Papa Kyle Blackwell with his spine broth feeding to the hobo queen. We love and fear you, Papa. We thank all of you humbly for your patronage and look forward to seeing you bright and early for Dusklight orientation. Purple crayons and existential dread will be provided. We love and fear you, Papa. We thank you humbly for your patronage and look to see you bright and early for Dusklight orientation. Purple crayons and existential dread will be provided. And one last time, listeners, close your eyes and breathe with me. Remember, no matter how bad things are, how cruel people can be, and how heavy your shoulders may feel with the weight of the world bearing down on them, Dusklight will always be here to lift the load and provide you with some respite. Drink some Capri Sun, have some Nuggies, watch a video about the history of Dream Pop, and sleep on the cool side of the pillow with the window open and the stars twinkling down on you. Start and end each day with kindness in your heart. You matter, you are loved, and every day is another chance. I'll see you again when the sun sets and dusk enters the station.